This morning is Make It With Mary Monday. If you want to craft along with me, you'll need a standard size card base, let me think, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 piece of cardstock, 3 pieces of designer series paper that coordinate, and I'm using the Flowers for Every Season designer series paper. It's a 6x6 bundle, and these measure 2.5 by 1 3/4, and then 3 pieces of coordinating cardstock measuring 2 5/8 by 1 7/8. And then if you want to add layers to the inside of your card base, I cut a second piece of cardstock the same size as the first layer, which is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then I have a piece of Whisper White that is our standard layer, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay, so let's get started. I will show you first of all what the actual card sketch looks like. That's this. And again, all the designers, you're going to end up seeing 4 different cards, but all of the designer series paper I'm using is from the Flowers for Every Season 6x6 DSP pack. And note that that DSP pack uses all of the newest in colors. So you'll see those this morning as well. And then as far as stamps and a couple other things I'm going to show you, I pulled items from different product suites and bundles. Okay, so this is basically the card sketch that we're using today, and I'll show you how to add some variety to that. So it's quite simple. I'm going to start by putting my inside layers in. I'm not going to stamp on this inside, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere it. Remember, if you're stamping a message on the inside, you probably want to do that first before you adhere the layers to the inside of your card. That way, if you have an error or something's not just right, you can flip it over and try again. But I'm just leaving this blank on the inside. So those layers are, the white is 5 1/4 by 4 inches, and then I went up 1 small 1/8 around the outsides. So the Misty Moonlight layer ends up being 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And when I get this onto my blog, I will have all those dimensions written out for you as well. Okay, so with all these pieces I asked you to bring, you want to flip over your DSP, and you're going to adhere these to the 2.5 by 1 3/4 pieces of cardstock. I need to move up a little bit. My technical difficulties here this morning had me thrown off. So I feel discombobulated, even though I was so well organized. You know how that is, a last minute something can cause a little stress. I hope you all had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Saturday was my very first open craft day. I had 4 people here, and they crafted from 9 a.m. until 11 p.m. I made lunch for them. We had a great time visiting and sharing projects and ideas, so that was a lot of fun. I'll be having more in the future. They've been scheduled for several months, but of course with COVID-19, I had to cancel the first 3, so it was fun to finally get this one in. But I open it up to 6 people, so you can register by yourself, or you can register with a group, and like I said, I'll take up to 6 people each time I do that. It's $50 for that Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. And, whoops, this is about out. And you get your own 6-foot table to work on. You bring all the projects that you want to work on, and I provide you with the space and a nice lunch, a craft mat. I've got snacks and drinks for you to have throughout the day. So it's a really nice day if you want to get some crafting in without spending a whole lot. And I do have a Sunday option as well. It doesn't go quite as late, but I do have a Sunday option as well, and that includes a breakfast. So that was a lot of fun. I had a great time with that. Now the center one, I put glue on it, but I really want to use dimensionals instead. My Emily came home yesterday, so she's here for about 3 or 4 days, so I'm excited about that. Of course, she has to study, but that's okay because I'm working too. But we had dinner at my sister's last night. Kathy, I advertised those open Saturdays on my newsletters mainly. And again, it's a new event for me, but if you are not on my newsletter list, let me know, Kathy, and I will add you to that. All I need is your email address. That goes for anybody else that would like to receive my newsletters that go out approximately once a week. All right, so there's the beginning, and I'm just now going to finish off my card by adding this. Nope, I think I'm out. To my card base, we'll add a sentiment, and then I'm going to make another one, and we're going to change some things up and give you a little variety. Some alternate ways to use the same card sketch. I hope you guys are liking the card sketches. I think they're a lot of fun. Now, the first card I made, the sample, I just stamped my sentiment right on the corner here. Now for this one, I think that I will use this, okay? So you can put it anywhere you like there in the center. You can have it over here if you want. You know, do whatever you like. For mine, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this right in the center of that middle DSP rectangle. Like that. You can use a sentiment in a circle, anything you like. I'll show you. This is the die that I used, and this is from the Tasteful Touches bundle. So it's, and this is Tasteful Touches stamp set. So it's from this bundle, but this is simply just things that you can use to add accents or sentiments. So really nice die set. I'm not sure the actual name. Tasteful dies? Tasteful Labels dies. Okay, so I love it. I've already been using this quite a bit. And of course, you don't have to use it with just the stamp set that it's coordinated with or sold with. You can use it with pretty much all of your sentiments. There'll be something in here to fit. And I've also used it where I've cut pieces of DSP, which you'll be seeing in the coming weeks and months. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a second sample I made, and it's very similar to this one, but I did change it up by adding an embossing folder. This is the new Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, again part of that same Tasteful Touches suite, and I really like it. It just adds a whole nother dimension when you add an embossing folder. So that's an inexpensive way to create an alternative to your original project, or to even what we call step up your cards. Okay, so let's make one more. Again, the same designer series paper, but this time I'm using Magenta Madness and this beautiful Just Jade. I'm also going to bring in the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. This is part of the Ornate Garden suite. So I'm going to just move some of these things aside. I'll bring them back at the end for you to take another look. Use my embossing machine. I can't wait till we get our new ones, but hopefully within the next few months we'll be able to purchase those. I'll let you know as soon as I get any more information about when we can start ordering those. I will let you know because I sure am excited about it. Okay. This is a fun embossing folder because we have so many different floral DSPs and floral stamp sets that it goes with. I mean, the detail on it is unbelievable. I hope you can see that well. The detail is amazing on it. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front of my card base. With embossing folders, I do prefer to use the all-purpose or multi-purpose glue just because it's got all those little nooks and crannies. So it just, to me, seems to be a little bit better. Not that you can't use the other, but I just like it for that a little bit better. This time, I'm going to turn my card in the opposite direction, to the horizontal direction. I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 layers on the inside of my card. Again, my Whisper White is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then the Magenta Madness layer is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Isn't this bright? Woo! Bright and cheerful. You can't help but be happy when you're looking at Magenta Madness. Alrighty. Now again, I'm using the same size pieces of DSP, 2 1/2 by 1 3/4. Oops, which is my middle one. No, it's okay on this one. I know. And I'm adhering these to, oh, I don't know if I have that measured correctly. It doesn't look like it. Let me see. Oh, no, that one's short. For heaven's sakes, Mary. So your cardstock here, this cardstock layer, again, is 2 5/8 by 1 7/8. I'm going to have to cut another one of those because I cut that other one short. Let's see, where is my, here it is. I'll grab a scrap from here. And once again, let me think. 2 5/8 by 1 7/8. I'll blame that miscut on Emily. No, Andrea. Andrea came over because Emily's home. But she came down to talk to me for a bit when she first got here, and I was working and talking, so you know how that is. Okay, now I'm just going to decide what I want in the middle. And I think it's the stripe. I'm going to separate the 2 flowers. And this time, I'm going to layer them the same, pretty much the same way. Like that. And then I'm also going to do another twist on this card sketch. Now, if you wanted, you could still lay them out the same way that we did the others, remember? The bottom corner, the top quarter in the middle. But I'm not this time because of the direction that I cut my designer series paper. I don't want that going sideways. But that is another way you could adhere those. You could just, you know, adhere them like you normally would and then turn it to the horizontal. But again, if they're a certain direction, you want to pay attention to that. I don't like my flowers going sideways. Does anybody else have this DSP or any of the products you see me using this morning? Okay. Now this, I thought this might be fun to pop up on another layer. So I'm pulling in the Just Jade again. Same as I used for the card base. Not yet, Shanda. Yet tells me you like it and you think you're going to get it. Now I can do that, or I can do this. I think I'm going to stick to doing it this way with the same direction. And I will pop it up on dimensionals. I will be giving away this card today, so if you like it, I would like to display it or use it to send to somebody special, be sure that you comment to be entered into the drawing. Okay, and before I finish, I will show you the two classes to go that I have happening right now, and I've got lots more in the works, just not scheduled yet. Don't want to overwhelm everybody. Okay, so here are the 3 that I've made so far. I'm going to use this again from that same Tasteful Labels dies collection, but this time I'm making it 2 layers. I'm going to add the Thinking of You, also from the Tasteful Labels dies. I'm going to put these on, or this top one on. I'll put on dimensionals, because you know I just really love dimensionals. So often we think of dimensionals as the adhesive, which it is, but it's fun to think of it as another way to embellish, because it does change the look of your cards. Now picture this, if everything were flat, it's going to look different than when I have these layers popped up. And again, you can put this wherever you like. Could be over here, over here. Oh, that's kind of cool. Or it could be in the center. I think I'm going to go for the center. Boy, if these colors don't make you think summer, something is wrong. There. So what do you think? Easy card sketch, right? Very easy card sketch with some nice alternatives. Again, keep in mind you can take the original layout or sketch and just turn it horizontally and make something completely, give itself a completely different look. Keep in mind, if you're turning it this direction, you want to be cutting your DSP with a correct direction. Not all of them are directional, but some of them are, like some of the flowers. Okay. Another step up would be using an embossing folder for the background. And then, of course, a final step up would be stamping your sentiments and then cutting them out with various dies or punches and popping them up, even layering that part, adding an extra layer. So there's lots of ways you can go from a very simple, basic card sketch and step up your cards, make them more intricate, more interesting. And you can put as little or as much on as you would like. Alrighty. So who would like to see the samples, or at least some of the samples from the 2 classes to go I have happening right now? The one is, let's see, what should I show you here? I'll show you these 2. The one is the Lovely You bundle, and that includes the stamp set plus this wonderful, lovely label Pick-a-Punch that I've been using a lot. So all the cards will feature that stamp set. It's a floral stamp set, and it has lots of different sentiments, and we'll also use the punch on each of those. Okay, so there's 2 from that Lovely You class to go. And then the other class to go I have ready focuses on the, oh, I should say that first class, oh, what was the price on that? I think it was $32 plus if you want to add on the bundle, because you do need the bundle to complete the class. You can add on the bundle at the same time and get that for catalog price. So no additional shipping and tax when you add the bundle onto the same order as the class to go. And then the next class to go features the World of Good Memories and More cards. I'll just go through them quickly. There's some there. So you'll make a total of 15 cards. They're great masculine cards. They're great for people who love to travel and enjoy adventure. But you'll get everything you need to make and more for those 15 cards, as well as a collage and a framed piece that you could hang on a wall or give as a gift. Those were in emails last week. If you need information on those, you can find that in my newsletters from last week or on blog posts from the end of last week, or you can email me directly and I will send you the information. And that class is $45. It includes a full pack of the Memories and More cards, so you'll have a lot left over. Even if you do the 15 cards plus the 2 wall decor pieces, you'll have a lot left over. You'll get the Whisper White assorted cards and envelopes. Those come in 2 sizes, and you'll have some of that left over. And you'll also get a container of the antique brass corners and the slides. I don't think I have a slide on one of these cards. So lots of fun, lots of great value, and the work is done for you. I've done the designing and the prep, and you put everything together and make and send wonderful cards. That's all I have for you today. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, Lynn, absolutely, great suggestion. Color, in color embellishments would be cool on the last card, as well as any of the other. We have great in color ribbon this year. Here's a couple of them. I'm all out of the enamel dots until they come. I have a big order coming today. And also this Bumblebee gingham ribbon is beautiful, and it's the same color as our Bumblebee in color. So that coordinates nicely on this DSP with the other in colors. You'll see that a lot in projects. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Thank you for spending part of your Monday with me. I hope joining me for Make It With Mary Mondays adds a good start to a good week for you. And oh gosh, look how many people have been on. Good morning, Joyce and Tammy. Hi, Robin. Hi, Katie. Lynn, thanks for joining me. Chris from upstate New York, I'm happy to have you. Shanda, Patricia, Alice. Shanda says, love it. Clean and simple, very classy cards. Oh, thanks. Alice says, awesome cards, going to try. Great. I hope you love this new card sketch I'm introducing you to. Hi, Wendy and Catherine and Marlena and, oh gosh, Sandy Benson. Wow, so many of you. Thank you so much. Hi, Patty Schuler. Hi, Amy Duncan. Kathy Sheely, Joan Horner, Janelle. Who else do I see? Mary Lou. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live this morning. And I will be choosing a winner shortly to receive this Thinking of You card with all these fun colors. Have a good day and a good week. See you next time.